Welcome to our COHEA Reopening Plan Parent Meeting. Go ahead, Ms. Puente. All right, family, as we prepare to welcome our students back on campus, our school's top priority is the safety of your child and our entire school community. Please rest assured that COHEA is committed to following the most current health and safety guidelines, including social distancing and face coverings from the CDC, American Academy of Pediatrics, Florida Department of Education, and local officials. In order to do so, we are counting on your cooperation. Parents, we need your help. Padres, necesitamos su cooperación in helping us keep our students, your children, and our teachers safe. Next slide, please. This is COHEA's reopening survey data results. As you know, parents, you completed a second survey that took place between September 11th and September 18th. Tomaron otra encuesta que estuvo los días del 11 de septiembre hasta el 18 de septiembre. Based on the results, this is what our school's preference is. 43% of our families chose to stay in remote live instruction. 25% want flexible combined learning, and 32% want to come back to the schoolhouse, the brick and mortar, the 5 days a week. 43% se van a quedar remoto, 25% quiere la opción flexible, y 32% escogieron para regresar al colegio los 5 días a la semana. Next slide, please. The survey is closed. La encuesta ya está cerrada. Please email Ms. Carvajosa at gcarvajosa@coheaedu.com if you have a question about your selection. Si tienen una pregunta sobre la información que ustedes eligieron en la encuesta, por favor pueden mandarle un correo electrónico a la señora Carvajosa. In our website, we will have a reopening webpage. You can view your selection by using your child's student ID. I know some parents, and I will say this, some parents filled out this survey multiple times. So if you are not sure what you filled out, you need to go to our reopening webpage on our website, and you need to find your choice by identifying your child's student ID number. When you look for the different choices, if you see flex students will be categorized by FCL, blue, letters A through L, or FCL, silver, letters M through Z. Esa va a ser una de las categorías que van a ver si no se acuerdan lo que escogieron. Next slide, please. At COHEA, at Bulldog Nation, we will be offering all 3 models to our families, meaning we will honor what you chose. If you chose remote live instruction, we're going to honor that. If you chose flexible combined learning, flex, we're going to honor that. If you chose brick and mortar, we're going to honor that. We anticipate having about 42% to 45% of students on campus daily. Estamos anticipando teniendo 42.5 a 45% de los estudiantes en nuestro campus diario. Cualquier selección que ustedes eligieron, vamos a honorar esa selección. So, si escogieron virtual, continuar virtual, se van a quedar virtual. Si eligieron flexible, vamos a honorar a ustedes y darle flexible. Si escogieron regresar al colegio, brick and mortar, vamos a honorar eso y vamos a darle esa selección. So at COHEA, we will offer all 3 models. Next slide, please. Friday, October 2nd, mom, dad, abuela, abuelo, tía, tío. Friday is a teacher planning day. parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, anyone with us today, Friday will be, this Friday only, a teacher planning day, October 2nd. Okay? Thank you, Ms. Puente. All right, here goes. Here's the schedule. By the way, you're going to get a phone call from Matika at 8 o'clock and an email. You are going to have this presentation with you. Si tienen el correo electrónico correcto, esta presentación se le va a enviar electrónicamente esta noche a las 8. Pero por favor, si tienen que tomar nota, tomen todas las notas necesarias. Again, we're going to email you this presentation at 8 p.m. this evening, but take as many notes as possible. Monday, October 5th, we are going to open our doors to 6th graders. My baby Bulldogs, welcome back. You're coming back to Bulldog Nation. October 5th and October 6th, we're only going to have 6th grade. El 5 y el 6 de octubre, nada más que vamos a tener sexto grado. Y va a ser brick and mortar, los muchachos que cogieron brick and mortar, and the blue flex group. So on Monday, it's BAM and the blue flex group. On Wednesday, October 7th, we're bringing back our 7th graders and our seniors. Our graduating class of 2021. If you welcome again, brick and mortar and blue flexible group. So if you're in 7th grade or in 12th grade and you chose flex, you have to make sure that you look it up on the webpage to see what group you fell under. And if you're blue, you come in on Wednesday. If not, you're on remote live instruction. 8th and 11th grade will begin Thursday, October 8th. That will be brick and mortar and the silver flex group. So if you're in 8th and 11th grade and you chose flex, make sure that if you're in the silver group, you come to school. If you're in the blue group, you're still in remote live instruction. And then on Friday, October 9th, we will welcome back our 9th and 10th graders, and it will be brick and mortar, BAM, and the silver flex group. Again, 6th grade, Monday and Tuesday, 7th and 12th, Wednesday, 8th and 11th, Thursday, 9th and 10th, Friday. Go ahead, Ms. Puente. This will be our bell schedule. Period. Boys and girls, if you're with us on the screen, we're going to stay period 1 and 2 is going to be blocked, okay? So A day and B day, A day will be first, B day will be 2, okay, second. 7:30 to 9 a.m. Period 3 will be 9:05 to 10:15. Period 4 and 5 would be 10:20 to 12:40 with the lunch in the middle, and we are anticipating having about 60 to 70 students per lunch. And we will be practicing social distancing in our cafeteria and in our courtyard. Lunch will be in both areas. We have to divide the whole school up. And then we'll have period 6 and 7 from 12:45 to 2:30. We are going to do a staggered dismissal. La salida va a ser por grupo. El primer grupo saliendo a las 2:20, después el próximo a las 2:25 y a las 2:30. This schedule is effective Monday, October 5th, not tomorrow. Boys and girls, do not get confused. Tomorrow you still get out at 1:10. This is effective Monday, October 5th. Next slide, ma'am. We will have a modified schedule on Wednesdays, boys and girls, mom, dad, parents, family. All right. Since we have 43% of our students that are still on remote live instruction, we're going to have academic support hours still available to them. So period 1 and 2 will be from 7:30 to 9. Period 3 will be taking homeroom attendance and morning announcements. Period 4 and 5 will be from 9:35 to 11:05. Period 6 and 7 will be from 11:10 to 12:40. On Wednesday and Wednesday only, we will be doing grab and go lunch. Grab and go lunch. That means the students will grab their lunch upon dismissal. We're going to have 4 different stations spread out throughout campus for them to get their lunches. And then teachers will have their academic support hours from 1:10 to 2:30. So boys and girls, if you need to talk to your teacher, you're confused about something, through COHEA, you go to their meeting room and you have access to speak to them. There will be aftercare offered at our school, and they will be practicing social distancing guidelines as well. And you'll hear a little bit more information about that later on this evening. El horario antes es el lunes, el martes, el jueves y el viernes. Y that bell schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. The next one that we just showed you, that's only for Wednesday. Only for Wednesday. Again, and I will say this before I pass it down, every student and every family that has chosen remote live instruction, and we'll go into that now, you will all have the ability to pick up your lunch through the carpool lane, where you drop off and pick up your kids. So every family will have the ability to pick up their lunch. I'm gonna pass it now to Ms. Puente. To Ms. Carvajosa, right? To Ms. Carvajosa, and she's gonna talk to you about the flexible combined learning schedule. Ms. Carvajosa, I will unmute you.
Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm going to discuss the flexible combined learning schedule for those parents who chose this option for your students. What we have done is that we have divided the group into 2 subgroups. One group is called the blue group, and this is composed of students whose last names are A through L. And then we have the silver group, last names M through Z. So Mondays and Tuesdays, the blue group will always be on campus. Meanwhile, the silver group will always be in RLI at home. Wednesdays, we rotate. So one week, we're gonna have the blue group on campus, and then the following week, we will have the silver group on campus. And then the opposing group will be taking instruction with RLI. Then Thursdays and Fridays, the silver group will always be on campus. And on Thursdays and Fridays, the blue group will be taking classes through RLI format. Entonces, para aquellos de ustedes que optaron por la opción flexible, los lunes y los martes, perdonen, se va a dividir este grupo en 2 subgrupos. Uno va a ser el grupo azul, el otro va a ser el grupo plateado. El grupo azul va a ser de la A a la L, el grupo plateado va a ser de la M a la Z. El lunes y el martes el grupo azul va a estar en la escuela, mientras que el grupo plateado va a estar tomando clases por la internet. Los miércoles se va a alternar entre el grupo azul y el grupo plateado, un grupo en la casa una semana, mientras que el otro grupo en la escuela y viceversa. Y entonces los jueves y los viernes siempre el grupo plateado va a estar en la escuela y el grupo azul va a estar siempre en la casa tomando clases. Next slide. Entonces aquí podemos ver cómo esto va a lucir para el mes de octubre. Como ustedes pueden ver, la primera semana que va a ser la semana que viene. Si pertenece al grupo azul, debido al apellido, va a venir a clases de lunes a miércoles, y el jueves y el viernes el grupo azul va a estar en la casa. Y entonces el jueves y el viernes el grupo plateado es el que va a estar en la clase. Y la próxima semana, como les dije, el azul, lunes y martes en la escuela, y entonces va a ser ya el plateado el que esté en la escuela de miércoles a viernes. Y así sucesivamente para el resto del mes de octubre. Mis puentes, próximo. El mes de noviembre, como pueden ver, vamos a seguir el mismo patrón. Mis puentes, next slide. En diciembre, el mismo patrón. Y por último, en el próximo, va a haber que en enero, esto es hasta enero 21. Hasta enero 21, que es cuando se acaba el semestre. As you can see, sorry, Puente, you go back to October? I'm gonna do it in English now. Okay, so as you can see here, beginning with October, you see the pattern. Week 1, blue, Monday through Wednesday is blue, and then on campus, and then you're gonna have silver on campus on Thursday and Friday. The following week, it's gonna alternate on Wednesday. So blue is gonna be on campus Monday and Tuesday, but then Wednesday through Friday, silver group will be the one on campus. And the pattern will continue through October, November, as you can see, December, and it's gonna, the pattern, we have it set right now up until January 21st, which marks the end of the semester, which is when at some point before then, we will be sending out, another survey, or we will give you information as to how the schedule will continue from that point forward. This calendar will also be available at the reopening page on the website. Following this meeting, when you go to our website, you can find the link to our reopening page either on the news and announcements or in the pop-up of the website. Entonces, estos calendarios van a estar disponibles en la página de reapertura del website de la escuela. Pueden encontrarlo ya sea en la parte donde dice noticias y anuncios de la página web, o me pueden escribir un email y yo con gusto les mando el acceso a esta página para que puedan tener y imprimir, si les hace falta, la copia de este calendario de los próximos 4 meses. Okay, Ms. Puente. Thank you, Ms. Puente. Entonces, ¿qué va cuando los estudiantes estén en nuestras aulas? Cuando los estudiantes estén en nuestras aulas, van a poder participar en lo que nosotros llamamos el aula del futuro. Le llamamos esto el aula del futuro porque van a haber pantallas disponibles, pantallas interactivas y pantallas de televisión, cámaras que se mueven según camina el maestro, y con el fin de que los niños que estén en la casa y los niños que estén en el aula puedan interactuar y la maestra poder continuar las clases y darle el mismo tipo de instrucción a los niños que están en la casa, al igual que a los niños que estén en la escuela. So when your child is on campus, they will be a part of what we call the classroom of the future. These classrooms are going to be equipped with the latest technology, including several screens, interactive screens, and giant screens where students and teachers will be able to see each other. So students that are at home and students that are in class will be able to participate in synchronous education experiences day in and day out. We have cameras that move as the teachers move. So once again, the purpose is so that the students who are at home and the students who are on campus will receive the same quality synchronous education for the remainder of this time, of this opportunity. Okay. Ms. Puente. In addition to having the classroom of the future setup, and here you see an image from one of our science labs and what that looks like. We also are going to be working with COHEA'S 2.0, which is a hub that houses all the different apps and tools to enhance your child's educational opportunity, everything in one spot. And actually tomorrow, we're very happy to announce that we will be launching COHEA'S 2.0 for your kids. So once your kids log on to COHEA'S tomorrow, they will be able to see what COHEA'S 2.0 is all about. And if you want to see a sneak peek, once again, you can go to our reopening page. You can go to COHEA'S tab, and you will see there a quick guide that will show you exactly what your new dashboard will look like. In addition to COHEA'S, your children also have access to Office 365 that gives them access through OneNote, Word, Excel, Microsoft, and all the other Microsoft Office applications. They will also have access to G Suite. This will give them access to Google Classroom, Google Drive, Docs, Sheets, and all of the other apps available in the Google Marketplace. So all these technological advances and technological programs will help support the educational experience of your children as we embark on this new journey of the classroom of the future. Además de las pantallas y de las clases interactuales, también van a haber diferentes programas disponibles para ayudar a hacer la experiencia de su hijo o hija la mejor. Esto incluye la versión 2.0 del programa de COHEA'S. COHEA'S es donde se guarda el acceso a todas las aplicaciones que su hijo o hija necesita para poder completar sus clases. Y entonces estamos muy orgullosos de que somos una de las 3 escuelas que mañana va a lanzar la versión 2.0. Y si su hijo o hija quiere ver un poquito de qué va a tener acceso o cómo va a lucir esta nueva versión, puede ir a la página de reapertura, va a haber un enlace donde dice COHEA'S y ahí va a poder ver cómo va a lucir COHEA'S a partir de mañana por la mañana para sus estudiantes. También encima de COHEA'S, los niños tienen acceso a todo el sistema de aplicaciones de Microsoft, incluyendo OneNote, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, y también a todos los programas de Google, ya sea Google Classroom, Google Drive, Docs, Sheets, Slides. Todo esto está disponible en el aula del futuro para sus estudiantes. Es muy importante y queremos avisarles que para los estudiantes que vayan a venir a la escuela todos los días o que hayan escogido la opción flexible, es muy importante de que ellos traigan su propio laptop a la escuela y para que pueda acceder a las clases, a los libros. Es muy importante que entiendan que no tenemos en estos momentos dispositivos adicionales disponibles. Y entonces, cada estudiante debe traer su propia computadora. No se va a permitir que los niños compartan materiales y la escuela no se va. Entonces, los niños tienen que estar pendientes cuando traigan la computadora, de cuidarlas y de protegerlas. Nosotros también vamos a darle acceso a los estudiantes al Wi-Fi de la escuela para que puedan acceder al Internet. So as we open up, those of you who are going to be with us 5 days a week as brick and mortar format or through the flexible combined learning format, you must bring your own laptop. The school at this time does not have laptops available to provide additional laptops. Students are not allowed to share materials. So make sure that you bring your own materials with you and that you do not share them with others. And that you protect your students, as the school will not be liable if your device is lost or damaged. The Wi-Fi will also be provided by the school, so we will be giving you access and connectivity to our Wi-Fi system through when you are on campus, so that you will be able to use your device. Okay, thank you. And at this time, I'd like to pass it over to Mr. Montelongo. Mr. Montelongo.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening. So I'll be going over some of our safety protocols and just basically proactive, what we call proactive protocols to protect ourselves best from, the current threat within the school building. So voy a hablar sobre todas las medidas que se van a tomar entre el edificio para proteger a nuestro equipo y tanto como los estudiantes también. So personal protective equipment that we will be using are face coverings that must be worn at all times. Students must wear face coverings at all times. Classrooms will be equipped with masks for emergency situations. Face masks will be considered part of our school uniform. We ask parents to ensure that students wear a clean face covering every day. With regards to the face covering that they have, they need to be solid colored. We do not want students wearing stuff with graphics or anything like that. Eventually, we'll be offering COHEA face coverings, but we'll go ahead and be lenient with regards to the color that they use. But eventually, we want to phase into using the COHEA face mask. But please, no graphics, nothing obscene, obviously. Please be very picky with your students with regards to what face masks you bring to the school. Every classroom will have a mobile plexiglass shield for the teacher, protecting both from droplets and stuff like that may come from the instruction of the teacher. The cafeteria and Bulldog corner will have plexiglass dividers, and then we are definitely socially distanced with all desks in the classrooms and in the cafeterias as well. Allowable face coverings, cloth masks with ear loops or ties. If you are mandating colors, please medical grade masks such as surgical face masks and N95 respirators. Not allowed masks that incorporate a valve, mesh masks, masks with openings or visible gaps in design or material, neck gaiters. So those are those ones that are kind of like that you wear around your neck and you pull it up over your mouth. Those will not be allowed. It must be a mask. Bandages, scarves, face shields alone. Once again, guys, face shields do not protect, according to the CDC, are not good by themselves to prevent contagion. A face shield may be worn in addition to an allowable mask. So if you would like to wear both, that's the only way they can be worn. Padres, para los estudiantes son obligados usar una máscara a toda hora. Los cuartos van a estar equipados con máscaras extras en caso que los estudiantes le hagan falta. Las máscaras son parte del uniforme y los estudiantes que no lo usan también van a ser sujetos a disciplina si es que no deciden máscaras. Todos los cuartos van a tener una protección, o sea, no un vidrio, una división entre el maestro y estudiante, una división móvil que está en ruedas hecha con plexiglass que va a separar el maestro y los estudiantes. Incluso en la cafetería, todas las zonas donde se van a servir comida van a ser protegidas con plexiglass también. Las máscaras que son permitidas son máscaras hechas de tela o de algodón con ear loops, o sea, con un pedazo para fijarse con las orejas. Y tienen que ser de color sólido, no puede ser de tener gráficas de ningún tipo, o muñequitos o dibujos, tienen que ser de colores sólidos. Eventualmente vamos a vender también respiradores N95. Lo que no se no pueden usar máscaras que incorporan una válvula, máscaras esas de mesh, máscaras con aperturas visibles, las máscaras que se están usando ahora, que es como una tela que se va alrededor del cuello y lo suben y cubren la cara, no la pueden usar. Bandanas tampoco, bufandas no se pueden usar, y las máscaras no se pueden, las máscaras que son como una parabrisa que se usa para la cara no se puede usar tampoco. Se pueden usar conjunto con una máscara, pero sola no se pueden usar. Next slide, please. Point to the next slide. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're on.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Daily house, we ask that parents screen their children every morning for any symptoms that may be related to COVID-19. So things you're looking for, folks, if you can get any screening pretty much online, you're asking if they've been coughing. I mean, you'll know these things because you've been with them. So we ask that you do that. We'll eventually provide an opportunity to be able to do this through a system that we have at the school. But for now, we are trusting that you guys are doing this.
I think Mr. Montelongo is having a hard, the internet's coming in and out, so I'll continue for him. Again,
I'm here, sir. I'm here.
You were coming in.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, yeah, I'm here. So make sure you screen, for any fever, definitely fever, chills. Here's some questions you should be asking. Do I feel warm? Have a fever or elevated temperature? Have the chills? Do I have a persistent cough or any nose or sore throat? Have I recently had a loss of taste or smell? Has anyone in my household tested positive for COVID-19? Have I been in close unprotected contact with anyone who has tested negative or tested positive for COVID-19 or spent longer than 15 minutes within 6 feet of someone who was
I think he's frozen again, right? Yeah.
Yes. You want me to take over? You're going to take over.
Yeah. Where was he by?
15 minutes within 6 feet of someone who was sick.
Yeah. So if you've been close in unprotected contact with anyone who's been tested positive for COVID-19 or spent longer than 15 minutes within 6 feet of someone who was sick with a fever, a cough, confirmed suspected, or having COVID-19. Am I feeling otherwise sick or ill today? Am I awaiting test results for COVID-19? Have I tested positive for COVID-19? Have I been told to self-quarantine or self-isolate by a doctor or district administrator? If you can answer no to all these questions, you may proceed to school or work. We are working on having a feature on COHEA where we will be asking parents to self-report if they have any of these symptoms. That information will only be going to the principal, and we just want to be aware. Again, if your child is sick, please stay home. Remember, if you're sick, you still have access to remote live instruction. So do not fear, because if they're feeling ill, last year we didn't have that functionality. This year we do. So if they're sick and their health allows them to be able to go onto their computer and log on, they can still have access to their education. Next slide, please. Safety protocols, hand washing, hand sanitizers. All classrooms will have 70% alcohol hand sanitizer dispensers. There are 22 hand sanitizing stations throughout the campus in common areas. Teachers will reinforce hand washing with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Only 2 students will be allowed in the bathroom at one time. Bathrooms will be locked and security will be unlocking them to allow 2 students at the same time to access them. Students may bring their own hand sanitizer. We ask all students to respect social distancing. Your classrooms will be organized to adhere to social distancing guidelines by the CDC, American Academy of Pediatrics, and the Department of Education. There will be signs displaying social distancing rules are posted throughout our entire campus. Policies have been implemented to minimize contact and crowding throughout school. Isolation room for anyone that has symptoms has been created as well. Next slide, Ms. Puente. Safety cleaning protocol. How are we going to keep our school clean, right? As parents, how, you're coming, you're bringing your kids, how are you going to clean? How often are you going to clean? Teachers and students will be provided with hospital-grade germicide wipes throughout the day to sanitize. In addition, they will have additional masks in their classroom in case a child loses one or misplaces, etc. Enhanced cleaning and disinfecting of facilities is being implemented multiple times, not one time. We will be disinfecting our facility multiple times throughout the day, especially after the transitional time between the bell. Teachers will work with their students to be sure that the desk, door handles, and other hard surfaces are cleaned periodically. Restrooms will be cleaned frequently throughout the day and recorded in a bathroom log. Next slide, Ms. Puente. We've had to adjust, right? All we're doing is pivoting. We're not going to allow kids. You're back?
Yeah, I'm back. I didn't want to interrupt. I've been back for a little bit, so if you want me to go over this, I can.
Yeah, Monty, let's try to keep it the majority to English because we have a lot of slides, and I want to.
You got it. So, guys, just to make it quick, we are creating traffic flow paths all throughout the school so that we can make sure that students are keeping that social distancing. So the first thing you're seeing here is a flow of traffic in the rec center where students are going to be coming out of each side, a class on either side, and coming out of separate doors and going it right into the flow within Slade Park, which we'll go through very quickly. Next. The traffic flow in the first floor, you're going to see that we are going in a counterclockwise orientation here in the school, and you will notice that we're going to be using 2 staircases that can only go up and 2 staircases that can only go down, and this will be throughout the whole building. So students will have to, some of them unfortunately will maybe.
I think we lost them again. I'll continue. All right, this is going to be our traffic flow. When students are going to lunch, when students are transitioning to classrooms, there's going to be a flow that students have to go. We all know this is going to be new. We all know that this is going to take a little while to get used to, and we understand that, and we're okay with that. Okay, we just want to be able to show this to you guys and be able to show it to the students that are, so they start getting used to it. We are going to be displaying these posters throughout our campus. And again, guys, from March, we went from like schools closing down and we went to transition to virtual instruction, and you guys did a phenomenal job. So we'll be able to transition through this and get used to it as well. But boys and girls, if you're on this with your parents, this is just a visual. Again, I just confirmed with my tika, you will be getting this PowerPoint at 8 p.m. tonight. You're going to be using one-ways, and then you're going to have certain staircases will be to go up only, and certain staircases will be to go down only. And they're indicated there. Same thing. This is the second floor. Okay, this is the flow for the second floor. That's how they'll be transitioning. There's the up staircase, down staircase, up staircase, down staircase as well. Next slide, Ms. Puente. These are the dismissal routes, okay? The way that students will be dismissed from school. Anybody in your room 101 will go out this way. All right, as you see, anyone in 107 Anyone in 108, 109, 110, 111. This will be the dismissal routes. Gymnasium, if you're in the weight room and you're exercising, you have that class, that's the way you will be dismissed. You can go that flow. Ms. Puente's doing so kind of showing it with the arrow. Again, guys, we're gonna get used to this. It's new for us. It's gonna be new for us as well. But we're in this together, right? We're gonna practice together and we're gonna be resilient because we're Bulldogs. So again, here's another image of our traffic flow for first floor dismissals. Ms. Puente? Second floor, got a lot of classrooms there. You can see again the lines, how we'll be flowing out, all the way from second floor in building 1 to second floor in building 2 to second floor in building 3. There are multiple options for students depending on your classroom that you will be exiting our campus. Next slide, Ms. Puente. Ms. Puente, I'm not sure when you take over here.
That's me.
I always wanted to be a game show host, so I'll keep talking all night.
That's me.
Pass it to Ms. Puente.
Good evening, parents. Okay, so now we're gonna talk a little bit about lunch. Lunch is gonna be offered daily to all students. If your child brings their own meals from their house, please make sure that it's not a lunch that needs to be reheated because the microwaves will not be accessible. They are not going to be available for the kids to reheat their lunch. Students may not order food from outside vendors, example, Uber Eats, Postmates, DoorDash, etc. Parents can pay for their meals using the school wallet, which is found on our website. If you go to our website, there's a tab that says school lunch. You click on it and you could deposit money there for your child for their lunch. Face mask do not have to be worn when students are actively eating or drinking. If they're not eating or drinking, the student must wear their mask at that moment. Meals will be pre-proportioned for middle and for high school students. Students will be able to sit in specific locations, either at outdoor areas by building one courtyard or in the inside cafeteria where the tables have been replaced with desks, which will be separated 6 feet apart. So we will no longer have those long tables. So now they're going to be individualized to make sure that they're at a distance because they won't, when they're eating, they don't have their mask on. So they have to be at the 6 feet. Securities will monitor the students' social distancing practice during lunch and remind the students to wear their mask while not eating and drinking. There's going to be staggered lunches. It's going to be staggered, basically allowing the custodial staff to clean in between of the lunches and to sanitize and have everything ready for the following group. Lunch will be served on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday between the time frame of 10:20 through 12:40. But remember, when Mr. Albert spoke about the Wednesday schedule, they leave earlier that day to do their academic hours with the teacher, correct? So that day on Wednesday, the lunch is a grab and go. The lunch will be a grab and go between the times of 12:15 to 2 p.m. That's the time that they get it when they're leaving, and it'll be there for them to leave with their lunches. I'm gonna move on to the next slide. Here's the lunch schedule. First lunch is from 10:20 to 10:50. Second lunch is from 10:55 to 11:25. Third lunch is from 11:35 to 12:05. Sorry, that's a typo. It's not an AM. That would be a PM. And fourth lunch, the same thing. It's not an AM, from 12:10 p.m. to 12:40 p.m. Again, like I mentioned, the cafeteria, that's in the cafeteria on Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. And your Wednesday is the grab and go lunch day, okay? Physical education. Okay, I know many parents had questions about this before. 6 through 12 grade students will have physical education classes outdoor. The activities have been organized to adhere to the social distancing guidelines recommended by the CDC, American Academy of Pediatrics, and the Florida Department of Education. Physical education teachers will use games and activities that require no physical contact and do not require students to be in close proximity to each other. The wearing of the mask will be mandatory if the activity does not allow for social distancing. And if you have weight training classes, because it's an indoor, you must wear your mask indoor, okay? school arrival procedures. As we
went there real quick, let me interject. I'm sorry. Can you go back to the other slide for a minute? I just want to make sure our parents know.
This one?
Yes. Do we have there? Because we decided today that students will not be changing for PE as of now. And I think that bullet may not be there, but if it's not, it's okay. Parents, be advised that we will not have students change for PE at this time. We don't want them congregating in the bathrooms, having more than those 2 kids there. So for your safety and for theirs, they will not be changing. And that's for right now. That could be subject to change. But as for Monday, and as we get ready to reopen, they will not be required to change for physical education. Go ahead, Ms. Puente, back to you.
School arrival procedures. As we begin this new phase, we appreciate everyone's cooperation. Okay, arrival. Students may arrive between the time of 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. The car riders, students must be dropped off only at the designated locations as shown on the maps. Okay, on the map. Students must wear their mask upon arrival at the drop-off loop. So that means the moment that they're getting to the loop, they have to put on their mask. Okay, we're asking that parents who are dropping off in the car lanes to please make sure that their child is ready to exit the car when it's their turn. We would like to avoid having other parents waiting such a long time in the line. Walkers, we have students that walk to our school. Students who walk on campus will arrive through building 1 and they must wear their mask upon arrival. School dismissal procedures. School will end at 2:30 on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, as mentioned earlier. And there will be 3 staggered dismissals. It's going to be 2:20, 2:25, and 2:30, allowing 5 minutes in between. All students must be off the campus, like they must be already gone. They cannot be at our campus by 2:45. Students must be off campus by 2:45 unless directly supervised by a coach. When practice is over, students must vacate the campus immediately or wait outside the campus gate. On Wednesdays only, school will end at 12:40. You must make arrangements to have your child picked up no later than 1:15. From 1:10 to 2:30 on Wednesdays, there will be the teacher academic hours via Zoom. And that is like what they do now, that they go through their teacher and they go into the teacher's classroom for their academic hour. Club meetings will not be held in person. Club meetings are going to be held remotely via Zoom. Students are not allowed to utilize the playground, the basketball court, or the outdoor exercise facility, which is right next to the playground. They will not be accessible to anyone, okay? Although there will be fewer students in the school, we still ask all families to follow the traffic pattern in order to dismiss students as quickly as possible. Our directional map, as you can see, the flow, for those parents that are new, the flow is the purple arrow. You come in through 74th, West 74th. You enter the rec, which is, here's my little arrow, my moving cursor. You enter the rec and you exit back out to 74th, West 74th. Okay, and as you can see, you still have the buses in the same place. That has not changed. None of this has changed. That remains the same. Aftercare, as Mr. Alvarez had mentioned earlier about aftercare, we will have aftercare through the Young Leaders with Character, which we call them YLC. That's the acronym. You must contact directly the YLC in order to register your child. And please utilize the link to register your child as we have provided here. And you will be receiving this PowerPoint, so you don't have to write it out. I know it's a little lengthy, but when you go to this link, that will take you through the whole step of registering your child. There is a registration fee, a one-time fee of $30 per child, and there's a weekly fees for in-person for $20. Now this year, due to everything going on with COVID, they are providing, YLC will be providing a free or like virtual programming. So they'll be doing activities with the kids and they'll be doing the homework assist that they've always done for those kids that are at home. And that will be free for them. Uniform, that was Mr. Montelongo. But I can go over it. Our uniform, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go.
If I phase out, come on in. Okay, guys. So uniform, it's it hasn't changed since last year. It's going to be the same as this year. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Oxfords. Thursdays, polos, and Fridays, spirit shirts and jeans. We're going to figure out possibly a process for Jean Day. Yeah, so that will be forthcoming. Pants are always the same, are khakis, dark blue and beige. All of this stuff can be found at All Uniform Wear on 76th Street, I believe. So, do not, go crazy looking for other stuff in department stores and things like that. Folks, make sure that you definitely just get it at All Uniform Wear. They have everything you need. And pretty soon they'll be having masks as well.